Bitcoin to plummet down to $20,000. Here's why. Guys, Ken Chigbo back, and I'm bringing you a cryptocurrency market. So as I say, I believe the Bitcoin price will continue to plummet down to 20,000, but I'll give you my exact reason in a moment. That's just my opinion. But as you know, I'm sure you're well aware, the cryptocurrency market in general is having a huge correction. Obviously, Bitcoin in April 2021, so we're going to go through the timeline, printed record highs, all-time highs, along with the rest of the crypto market, breaching 65K, 65,200, there or thereabouts in terms of the all-time high. Why did we sell off? Look, when we hit these psychological numbers, just so you know, with all markets, stocks, Forex, cryptocurrencies, like 50,000, 55,000, 60,000, 65,000, these round numbers, naturally, psychologically in the market, people, this is like where we hit these areas of resistance or support, okay? So people naturally coming out of the market, some profit taking, and obviously all this market is built up by sheep. So obviously when the big players come in and we start withdrawing, it triggers a bit of, a snowball effect and starts picking up momentum. So that's what we saw, obviously, this pullback. But then the dips were bought. Now, why did we intensify in May? Okay, in May we intensified because China, for anyone that doesn't know, China have the biggest in terms of cryptocurrency mining activity. In 2020, it counted for over 65% of the total mining, actually. So that's huge there. So they play a big part. Now, the Chinese government came out with this report and essentially, look, crack down on Bitcoin mining and trading behavior. So look, they just want to get tighter control of the financial sector, and they're banning all banks from any cryptocurrency activity, so on and so forth. So obviously, near term, this had a massive impact on Bitcoin. We say massive because we've dropped over 50%, in a space of a couple of months or so. Are we expected to continue to the downside? In my view, yes. So April, all-time highs. May, correction from due to China as well. June, July, more selling. And are we going to get even more selling? I believe so. One thing that I like to look technically, if you look here in the month of April, we formed a nice evening star candlestick, which typically indicates, we're going to start seeing a trend reversal. And that's exactly what we've seen. See all this wick here in this evening star? Filled in May. Again, look at this wick in May, filled in June. And you see how in June we still got this wick to fill? We're going to fill it again, very likely. So I want to see us continue to correct. And now look at this big all-time high area here, previously back in December when we had that correction. And then obviously where we consolidated a little bit, you can see that nice and clearly on the weekly. We consolidated a little bit here through November up until early December before breaking out. So I see this as a big buying area, but around sort of 19,000 towards 17,000. That's sort of $2,000 or say $3,000 range from 20K. I'm expecting the correction to continue with the likes of Ethereum as well. Big buying areas for me down at around, look, obviously we've got big support here at $1,700, which is supporting the price. Clearly, that's huge. But I'd like to see us coming down to this previous all-time high area, around 1,400. Similar corrections, obviously, with Litecoin as well. If you look here on a daily, price action is narrowing within a pennant, breakout, moving within a flag, and expecting that to break out. We've got a bit of a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder formation, and just the neckline support around that psychological $130 mark. And also, look, without blabbering on, same with Ripple, really. This has got room to correct. And, I wouldn't be surprised if we pull all the way back to that psychological 20 cents mark. Between 20 cents and even 10 cents, that 10 cents range here, look at where we correct. We correct there. That's where we've corrected before. We can correct there again. All of this is weak demand. We'll see all these zones very easily can be passed through. So I believe that will happen. So continued selling. One thing that I must note as well, guys, okay? By the way, that's something I wanted to mention. In terms of margin trading, I margin trade cryptocurrency as well, and I use OKEx. You can check the link in its description. Now, one thing I just wanted to wrap off with, okay? Let's go to Dogecoin at the moment. Obviously, a new coin, meme. Meme coins, don't get me wrong, and new tokens are great. They can offer huge upside, as we've seen here with, back from April to May. We gained over like 1,000% there in terms of that jump. Now, one thing I want to mention is, look, anything that you're potentially putting your money into, give it some thought, give it some research. Don't just jump in on the hype like this fool, Meek, despite the fact that I like some of his tunes, this idiot jumped in with $50,000, probably still peanuts to him, but it doesn't matter. Gives us the wrong message to the industry because he just jumped in when you shouldn't be jumping in all-time highs. And obviously, since he's invested, it's been going down, Dogecoin, because he jumped in on a hype. So very great investment there, Meek Mill. Lesson is, look, just do a bit of research. Don't start being the sheep, buying at the highs, and then end up getting scared and then selling down at lows. You can check out my previous YouTube video. Actually, I gave a story about Dan with his first ever investment. So guys, that's pretty much it. For anyone that wants to, let me just see where we are on Bitcoin. Yeah, still looking for that correction. For anyone that's keen, I think in life today, more important than ever, that we start building our own hustle, start building our own sources of income that are within our control. If you want to achieve that in 2022, click the link in the bio, guys. I Live Free. It's a huge new movement, the Living Free movement, to help you understand the channels in which you can build your own sources of income, but also it provides you the platform in order to do that as well, to build passive income just by sharing knowledge. You know, power is gained sharing knowledge, not hoard it. So click the link in the bio. Hope you enjoyed that video. Stay lit, baby. Let's get it.